The true story behind the Phantom of the Paris Opera. The lights dim. The curtain draws, still. But someone is already there behind it. It's not an actor. It's not a technician. It's a shadow. Invisible to the eyes of the audience, but alive, present, observing. A presence that has always hovered within those walls, as if it were part of the structure itself. Behind the purple curtain of the Opéra Garnier in Paris, in the suspended silence before the show, something was moving. Or maybe someone. A held breath. A slow step. A deep echo between the golden walls of the theater. The beams creaked slightly, as if whispering ancient secrets. The air smelled of dust, velvet, and mystery. If you love true stories that seem like legends, sign up now. The one you are about to hear will change your idea of the Phantom of the Opera forever. Many know the legend. The disfigured face. The black cloak. The organ notes that resonate in the night, while the theater sleeps. But few know that behind that story, behind every stage, every curtain, every note, something deeper is hidden. A true story. A real mystery. A real man. The Opéra Garnier, a masterpiece of 19th century architecture, built in the heart of Paris, does not only hide art. It hides secrets, tunnels, wells, hidden corridors. It is an entire world under the lights of the show. A dark labyrinth that has fueled rumors for over a century. Voices of missing technicians, instruments that played by themselves, lights that flickered for no reason. In the heart of the building, beneath the stage, lies an underground lake. Not a legend, but a geological reality, a hidden body of water, necessary to keep the building's foundations stable. A cold, damp place where light never enters. But there lives someone. A caretaker, an outcast, a broken soul. A man. Lonely. Outcast. But extraordinarily gifted. His name was Eric. But no one called him that. The city knew him by a name that inspired respect, terror, and melancholy. The Phantom. Would you like to know how much of this story is true? Stay with me until the end. Because sometimes reality surpasses fantasy. Eric was a craftsman, a musician, an architect. He was all this and much more. Disfigured from birth, excluded from a society that did not tolerate diversity, he had grown up in the shadows. Having escaped from a traveling fair, where he had been exhibited as a freak, he found refuge where no one dared to descend, in the basement of the opera. There, he built a kingdom. A secret city of hidden corridors, mechanical traps, secret rooms. He knew every inch of the theater. Every staircase, every floor, every secret passage. He was everywhere. And yet, no one ever saw him. He spoke to the walls, breathed the air of the curtain, wrote scores that no one would ever perform. It is said that he controlled every show. Every light. Every note. Nothing happened without his silent consent. He became the invisible guardian of the opera, its spirit. But one day, something changed. He fell in love. With a voice. Christine. A young singer. A rising promise. Her voice was clear, pure, enchanting. She sang, and he listened. Hidden in the wings, between the pipes of the organ, between the columns forgotten by time. Every note was a caress for him. Every high note, a breath. Every melody, an impossible dream. In your opinion, can a love hidden in the shadows be sincere? Write it in the comments as you continue with the story. But Christine didn't know. She lived in the world of light, of music, of love. and she fell in love with another. A man of the surface. Of society. A simple, normal, human choice. And in that choice, Eric saw the end of his dream. A fracture. Eric didn't accept it. Not out of anger, but out of pain. The lights began to go out by themselves. Chandeliers fell from the ceilings. Screams filled the theater during rehearsals. Technicians swore they saw shadows sliding along the balconies. Singers spoke of mysterious voices in the dressing room. Visitors heard disembodied footsteps. The theater breathed fear. The theater was under his control. Author Gaston Leroux, a well-known investigative journalist, learned of these disturbing facts. He decided to investigate. He examined documents. He spoke with former employees. He entered the basement. He discovered walled-up tunnels, hidden doors, abandoned rooms with hand-drawn musical scores. He found traces, objects, notes. Secrets. He put it all together. And he wrote a novel. The Phantom of the Opera. Your idea of the Phantom is about to change forever. The novel was a worldwide success. But most readers treated it as pure fantasy. Only a few understood that those pages were more real than they seemed. Eric disappeared. Maybe he died under the opera. Maybe he ran away. Some swear that his body was found years later, in a locked room, next to a mask. Others say he was never found. And never will be. What if the myth was just a gentle way to hide a truth too uncomfortable to accept? What if the theater was still inhabited? What if someone still watched from behind the scenes? Activate the bell. Because the next story will take you even deeper, and I will tell you more and more interesting stories. Now tell me, do you really believe that it was just a legend? Or do you also think that, somewhere, between the velvet of the curtains and the echo of the songs, he is still there?